Hello, my name is Martyr, and this is Let's Play Her Story, and thank you for watching. Her Story is a detective FMV, or full motion video, visual novel. It's a very hard game to explain and kind of give a genre to it, because you kind of have to just see it to understand what it is and what's going on. But it's exquisitely written, and I don't use that word very often, guys. It's just very well written. And more than that, it does really an amazing job of drawing you into this kind of twisted murder tale. So much that I am not alone today, because I played this game from like midnight till 4 a.m., keeping her awake. Today I'm being joined by Kitty.
Hi guys.
She'll be joining me today as we check out Her Story. And she'll be, I guess, giving her commentary, what you felt about the story of the game and all that good jazz.
And helping you come up with things. You'll see.
Her Story released June 2015. It was developed and published by Sam Barlow. You can, and I highly recommend getting Her Story on Steam for $5.99. Now, because this is such a story-rich game, guys, it's kind of focused on the story, I'm going to try to present this to you with as little spoilers as humanly possible. But nonetheless, there's probably going to be spoilers. So if you have any inkling that you want to play this game and you want to check it out, buy it now and do it without watching this video, because it's a very story-centric game. Without further ado, we're going to start. There really isn't much of an option screen, only on startup. There's resolution control. There isn't much else to it. There's no controller support, and there's Steam cards and Steam achievements, which is a little weird for this game. But that's basically it. It's a very simplistic game. We're going to start now. And I can shut up now.
Okay.
There we go. Story. Tori. Ori? Very dramatic word disappearing. Nice fade out.
Why?
So, what is this game about? Well, that in itself is kind of the mystery of the game. It's kind of just these video clips and you putting together what happened in this woman's life is the best way to describe it.
And the first thing that we know for sure is there's a murder.
Yes, obviously. The first word you see is murder. So let's just talk about what you're looking at right here. This is basically the logic database for some sort of a police station. And you can basically type in any word into these search terms. Like, for instance, we'll say murder. We'll start with murder. It'll bring up a query, and then it'll show you videos related to that particular word. That word is in the video. And then you have to basically kind of just link the entire story together through words. That's essentially 95% of the game right there, is just kind of watching these videos, putting together the story, and it kind of just screws with your mind is the best way to describe it.
It really does. We went back and forth for 4 hours last night going, it's this, no it's this, no it's this, no it's this.
All right, so there's some other things to check out here. We'll be watching videos during this video, but there's a couple other things you can check out. You can log off, of course, which just turns the game off. But more than that, there's the database checker. This is probably the most important thing. We actually did beat this game. We reset our save data.
Yes, we did.
Which crushed my heart.
Just for you guys, though.
But basically, these little red squares here, which you can't very well see, these are actually all the videos in this game. I don't know, there's probably at least, I would say, close to 100 or more.
Yeah, I haven't counted them, but there's a lot.
A lot of videos. And basically, as you progress through the game and you start unlocking more videos, this kind of fills up and turns green. You'll see what I mean in a bit. There's also a little readme text. There's little things hidden around here. I'm not going to read all this because I think it's just, if you want to read it, it kind of adds more to the lore of the game and all that good kind of stuff.
But those are your basic instructions right there, the readme.
Yeah, and there's also this, which I don't know what any of this meant, but it's there.
Somebody knows.
And the mirror game. Now, well, I'm not going to say anything about the mirror game, but it's a hint of a sorts.
It's funny that it's there.
All right, so when you click on a video, you're going to have a couple options. Obviously, you're going to be able to add it to your session, which basically kind of means you want to keep track of that video. You want, like, okay, this video is important to me. Something important was said in that video, so I want to keep it on the bottom rack down here, so that way I can keep track of it for future reference. You can also add little tags to that video, like she said, crying in that video, and then that tag will be forever kind of kept in that video's description or tags. And you can search for it again, and that's kind of how it works. It's kind of the most simplistic way of putting things, really.
Right.
There's also a query history, options menu, which does include an anti-glare filter if you don't want to play the game in this state, which I would suggest playing the game in this state. I think
Play it in this state, trust me.
it's very important. And video subtitles, which is also very important for this particular video as well. Without further ado, we're going to watch some videos.
You think it's murder?
Yes.
I mean, clearly it's murder.
I love her voice. This actress is amazing.
She was
Ready
amazing.
to help.
So basically, as we go through, we're going to unlock what's happening in this woman's life, and we'll learn more as we go through video clips, and we're going to try not to expose too much for you. But when it ends up, it's going to leave you with questions. Like I said, when we finally went to bed at almost 5 o'clock in the morning, we were still laying in bed discussing what the true meaning of where the videos lead you was.
Yeah, a lot of people have been discussing this game and what it all meant. So basically, as you can see, there's like a little yellow eye that basically indicates that you've not seen the video, by the way. I forgot to mention that. Let's go ahead and watch this one. Usually the videos are short.
Yeah, that's me. But February, that was months ago. What's that got to do with Simon's murder?
Ah, a key word has appeared. Simon. Who is this Simon fellow? I wonder.
He's been murdered, whoever he is.
So again, that's kind of what you want to do with this game. You want to pick up on words in the videos that lead to other videos, essentially.
Other words that you can search in the database to bring up more information, more things you haven't seen.
Now, you could go all willy-nilly and just start searching words, but you kind of want to make sure you chain them off together.
You want to follow the breadcrumbs.
Kind of, yeah, because it kind of helps you form the story. So we got Simon so far. Let's watch another video.
I didn't murder Simon. You've got it wrong. You've got the wrong person.
I love the 90s style.
Mm-hmm. That's if you look at the date, all of this happens in the 90s, which is kind of important to remember later.
I'd like to speak to the lawyer now. Please. You have no murder weapon. You have nothing. And all these stories we've been telling each other. Just that. Stories.
There's another word.
She creeps the hell out of me. This chick is, I had to say, again, underline how much of an amazing actress she was.
She really is.
Because she just was so capable of just kind of displaying all these emotions and thoughts and in such a weird short time span from 5 seconds to a minute.
Right. And
she was spectacular.
She is all over the emotional range in this. As you go through and you unlock more stuff, you'll see she's everywhere.
We can also stop the movies. We can kind of click on the videos and we can kind of drag around if we wanted to, just to go through it again and pick up like key words like lawyer or murder weapon, whatever you want. You can go through it again, kind of going backwards and forwards, which is really neat, I think, kind of the way it works. If you want to just go back and get a particular word out of that sentence.
I would add murder weapon to
Right,
the tags
exactly.
for sure.
That's what I was thinking. Already out of you, babe. All right, so there we go. So we've watched those 4 videos. Now we're going to look up a new word. Which word should we look up? Probably Simon.
Simon.
It's this, it's the safe word to look up. And you can see a whole bunch of new videos have shown up. 5 new whole new videos. As you can see, the videos that we did search for,
That we watched.
are now on the database. They've been greenlit. And trust me when I say that filling this damn database is ridiculously hard. It is so hard. Okay, but anyways, let's watch this one. This one's about 19 seconds.
Simon Smith. He works at Ernst Brothers Glass. They do windows, all kinds of glass. Simon does the more special work. Mirror making, feature windows, artistic things. Really beautiful things.
All right, there we go.
All right, I would put glass.
Glass.
I would
Creepy ass chick.
No, stop it.
That's totally attack. That chick creeps me out, dude.
It's because she's a good actress.
She's askew. There's something wrong.
We don't know that. She's just really...
She's creepy.
She's intense.
She's very intense. What else? What else? Glass. Simon. What was his last name?
Smith.
Smith. There we go. So we'll add that to the session. We don't necessarily have to add that to the session. You can kind of pick and choose.
It helps you organize and try to keep track of words you
Right.
might want to search later.
Right. And also, this little thing also tells you what you've searched as well, which is very useful.
And how many results it has.
Trust me, you're going to want to do that a lot. Yeah, that's the other thing to note. We got 61 entries, but we can only allowed to see the first 5. So if you wanted to see something past this, you would have to start kind of altering the words that you enter. You could have to enter a phrase or something you think will add to that sentence to show you more outcomes.
Right, like Simon is dead, maybe.
Or Simon, said, or Simon said, hee.
Simon is 6 foot, darkish blonde hair, average build.
He sounds
clean
dreamy.
He's a ginger.
Ginger beard.
That's weird.
My dad has a ginger beard and black hair. There's nothing wrong with that.
Oh, she seemed to like it.
That's what I'm saying.
They said a shrink photo. This was taken last year on holiday in Rome.
Oh, Rome.
Nice.
I don't think we ever thought to look that up.
We didn't think to look that up.
We should add that to the session, as it were.
Mm-hmm.
Let's keep going.
It's the Rockington Arms, The Rock. It's run by a nice couple, Peter and Susan. There's some other regulars there that Simon likes to drink with, and the barmaid they're having sometimes, Helen. Peter said Simon had been in and had a few drinks.
All right, so we got some interesting names right there. Automatically, that's a first clue. She said Peter, Helen, and who else? Susan?
Susan.
So we want to definitely add those names for sure. Spelling is a major important thing, which I suck at. Peter, Susan, and Helen. There we go. So
And also The Rock. We want to add The Rock.
The Rock, like the wrestler?
No, that's what they call the bar. The Rock. The Rockington.
I think it's the wrestler.
Oh. What's he got to do with this?
Yes.
Murder.
There's an Amstrad one. No one uses it for very much. There's a printer so you can write letters on it. Simon sometimes plays games. Trying to save the princess. That kind of thing.
Computer.
She seems kind of focused maybe on princesses.
Maybe.
Maybe not. Computer, is that what we're doing? I didn't get her. Did you say computer?
She's talking about a computer.
Yeah, she said Amstrad.
That's the name of the computer.
Yeah, so.
He uses it to play games and write letters.
Yeah, not necessarily.
Well, we never did search computer. You never know.
All right, what the heck? Why not? Amstrad princesses. There we go. We'll add that. And then we'll continue moving along here down the rabbit trail.
Simon isn't the type to run off or do anything crazy. Someone must have done something to him, or there must have been some kind of accident.
So on first glance,
Someone who didn't last.
you can kind of get the idea that there's obviously sort of a murder or someone's missing.
Mm-hmm.
But trust me when I say that the game isn't really about that.
In a lot of murder mysteries, you're trying to figure out what the crime was, the whodunit. This is more figuring out why you're looking this up.
Yeah.
Why are you here? Who's looking this up?
Yeah.
What is all of this about? Where's this story leading us?
Yeah, kind of. It's because this has already been collected. This is a database. This is
evidence.
This is evidence. So it's just something that you got to keep in mind when you play this game. It's a very strange story. It's not exactly straightforward.
It's not what you think it is at all.
That's kind of keeping it lightly. I want to look up Rome. There's only one word.
Oh, okay.
Just one word for Rome. But yeah, we can look up any word we want right now. What word? We can look up Helen.
Helen? Sure. Let's try Helen.
We got one more catch from that.
I think he spoke to Helen. She said he was upset about her argument, but I'm not sure what else he said.
Argument. Ooh.
He likes blondes.
Blondes.
Ooh. He likes blondes.
He does. They had an
Interesting.
argument. He likes blondes.
Blondes argument. There we go. You get the kind of idea of how the pace of the game works. This is kind of it, pretty much from beginning to end.
Right.
It's extremely. It's a visual novel. It's straightforward. It's a story. There's not much more to it than just that, basically.
No, you're not shooting anything. You're not walking anywhere.
You're kind of putting a puzzle together in your own head.
Exactly.
So let's go ahead and go with blondes. We got 3 new searches for this one. But again, we had 6 entries, so we can only see the first 5. Let's look up this one.
Okay.
This is where things got weird.
Yeah, for me too.
I'm not the world's greatest guitar player. Okay. Probably needs tuning. No.
One of the longer videos.
Should be right up your street.
These are some interesting police tactics, I have to say that.
Yeah.
Hey, let's bring her a guitar, see what happens.
Boo! Boo!
I like her song.
Attica! I don't know.
Oh, the wind and the rain. The eldest one pushed the other one in.
Not your traditional folk song, or maybe it is. Do Freebird!
Oh, God.
Both had a love for the captain's son.
Oh, a jealousy story.
Meanwhile, on the other side of the camera, the detective's falling asleep.
Cared for the youngest one, all the dreadful wind. Oh, the eldest envied her sister fair. Oh, the wind and the rain.
She's actually pretty good.
She's amazing. They really chose well.
Yeah, the entire feel of the game is well done. The soundtrack, the music, it's all well done.
There were so many times as it got later at night, we were getting creeped out by just
Oh, yeah.
the stories that were being told in the videos, the things that were happening. We're both like, we were getting all paranoid. I am a huge mystery fan. I am a sucker for Agatha Christie. Anything Poirot, you've got me. And so I got sucked into this pretty much immediately because the mystery really grabbed me, trying to figure out what was going on.
Yeah.
Really entranced me. And if you're into that sort of thing, you will absolutely love this game.
We literally played it from 12 at night till almost 4:30 in the morning.
Right, and then we got up this morning and tried to fill in more database holes before we deleted it for you guys.
That is something too important to note. There is an ending to this game. It's presented to you in a way that you wouldn't expect.
That's for sure.
And it's just going to kind of surprise you when it does end, which actually has thrown off a lot of people.
Yeah.
It's a very... I don't want to say too much about the ending, but it's interesting. It's... is ambiguous too much of a revealing word?
I didn't find it ambiguous at all. I
think it's ambiguous.
Conclusion. He thinks it's ambiguous.
It's one of those endings that you have to kind of almost draw... No, I don't know. In my opinion, it was ambiguous.
Like I said, we went to bed last night, even after playing the game, and we were debating until we both passed out what the ending of this game meant.
But it was fantastic.
If that tells you anything, I mean, you're in for at least that if you go for this.
And I mean, for that price, the amount of... It literally matches hour for hour, dollar for dollar, just about. Mm-hmm. And I think that's fantastic right there. It's such a great story.
I think we played it at a faster pace because we had 2 people bouncing ideas off of each other.
Probably.
Hairs have come from somewhere else. I mean, could they... We have a lot of dolls in the attic. There's
Dolls?
a Rapunzel doll with long blonde hair. Could they have come from there?
Oh.
What hairs?
Dolls. Rapunzel.
Hairs.
Rapunzel. Hairs. I'm going to type it the way you said it.
Oh, gosh.
That's the way you said it.
This other person doesn't exist. I don't know what the blonde wig is, but it could be anything. Have you looked at the cat flap?
What's a cat flap?
It's like a doggy door, but for cats. It's a little bit smaller.
Okay. That's a weird way. I've never heard it referred to that as a cat flap.
Yeah.
Is that a common way to refer to it? Anyways, it doesn't matter.
Cat door, cat
Cat
flap.
flap.
Right.
I didn't get anything else from that video.
Right.
So we're just going to close that off. Well, let's look up one more last word before we call it a day. What do you want to look up here?
Hair.
Hair. Okay, we got 2 videos.
It's Rapunzel.
Rapunzel again.
She starts when she's born. Mother Gothel, a witch, takes Rapunzel from her parents and keeps her locked up
Spoilers.
in this tower.
Yes.
Pregnant by the prince.
Damn it.
spoiling Rapunzel for people who haven't heard it or seen it?
What if I hadn't seen Tangled yet?
It's already short here, so
Well, that didn't happen in Tangled.
Yeah, it did.
He didn't get her pregnant.
Anyways, we're not reviewing that. We're reviewing this. Focus.
blind. She goes in with her tears and says, "It's a happy ending." Is that too much?
Very unorthodox way of interviewing somebody, by the way.
Yeah, like I said, these
I
tactics
wonder
are
why.
really strange. Yeah, there's a reason. You find out the reason why the strange tactics, but I'm like, wow, these cops are really chill.
That's another thing. Some videos can range from like a minute and a half to literally a phrase, and that's it.
Right.
And that is one thing I will say that did kind of frustrate me in the search to fill out the database checker here.
Yeah.
Was
We're like, ooh,
Really?
ooh, 5 videos, and it's like 2 words.
Right.
Like, oh, man.
I mean, this isn't a spoiler at all, but I'm just going to blow this for you. I'm going to just type in this word. This is literally a search query that was so damn hard to find for us. But it's just this. Just that.
Yes.
And it's one of those things that you really wouldn't think to type and to look for.
No.
But if you're one of those people who wants to get all the achievements and complete the entire database, it's something you gotta figure out. You gotta look it up. There's no way in hell you can figure that out by yourself.
I don't know.
You
Somebody
might be.
obviously did.
If somebody's very clever, they could have figured it out. I know I couldn't figure it out.
Us junior sleuths could have figured it out given enough time, I guarantee you.
Probably. But anyways, I think that's kind of where we want to leave it off because we don't want to reveal too much more.
Really don't want to spoil the story for you. Definitely check into this. It is well worth getting.
Great price, great story. It really just draws you in, and 5 to 6 hours are suddenly gone. And you're left probably the same way we will be, which is, what the hell just happened to our brains?
Right. I actually begged to be on this video because the game entranced me that much. First thing I said this morning is you have to let me record this one with you because I loved it so much, was so into the story and the mystery and trying to figure this out. I mean, I don't even know how long. I was asleep. I woke up, saw him playing this, and instantly I was awake and yelling words to search and right along in the journey. It didn't even take me 2 seconds. I mean, especially if you love mystery, if you're into any of the whodunits or Sherlock Holmes, Agatha Christie, any of your mystery stories, you definitely want to check this out. It is well worth your time.
Well, there you guys have it, guys. I can't. It's getting a glowing recommendation, obviously, guys. So I just want to say big thanks to the developer for a chance to check out this game. Thank you for watching. Remember to subscribe and share. I'll keep bringing you awesome indie games, guys, like Her Story. If you really enjoyed this video, maybe consider hitting up our new Patreon page. If you're feeling generous of heart, all tips go to improving the channel or future giveaways. Till next time, guys, why don't you say goodbye, kitty?
Thanks for watching,
Hope you enjoyed the video, guys.
and play more indie games.